We should make a film about procrastination.
That's a good idea. I think I'll go get my Super 8 film camera.
Weren't we supposed to make that video a couple of years ago on procrastination?
Oh, that's right. I'll go get my beta video camera.
Finally, we can make our video on procrastination. It's been a long while.
Yeah, people used to dress really weird back then. What's so funny?
Welcome all to our channel. Today our topic is procrastination. It's episode 5 of our...
Life Experiences series.
So, what is procrastination? It entails putting off things that we all need to get done, like chores and homework, paying bills, and doing certain tasks that most of us avoid doing. It's crippling to our way of life. It impacts our lives and the people around us. Why do we procrastinate? Because most of the time we try to avoid stressful situations. We don't want to do those unpleasant tasks that we don't like doing. We have too many distractions like watching TV, going onto social media, answering your emails and doing all that. We don't see it as a priority. It's overwhelming. The task that's at hand is overwhelming. There's too many things to do in that one task that we do need to do. And sometimes we don't see an instant gratification. For example, if you're gonna you don't see the end product, there's too many years. Let's say you're going to school and you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You see 4 years as being an extensive amount of time, and we want that degree, we want that diploma right here and right now. So we don't see that instant gratification right away. So what is it that we need to do in order to help us not procrastinate? Well, first of all, we need to acknowledge that it exists.
One of the problems of procrastinating, it's very easy to do. It's very easy to procrastinate, and it's not a new problem. It's been around for a long time. I mean, Shakespeare wrote about it in Hamlet. That's at least been around for at least 500 years. I guess it was an issue back then, and I'm sure it's been an issue a long time before that. But with today's modern technology and stuff, we can do things more efficiently. But that same technology that allows us to do things more efficiently also allows us to get distracted more. So we should take advantage of things that we have, be smart about it, and not really waste time. So try to optimize what you have, not waste it.
What we need to do initially is to acknowledge that we are procrastinating. Why is it that I can't start on that essay right here and right now? Why is it that, oh my goodness, I need to declutter my desk so I can get my pen and paper and start writing, or getting my computer ready to start writing? You get distracted by looking at your emails and answering emails, or get distracted by whatever it is. You become very good on procrastinating. You develop those habits throughout time, and they're very hard habits to change. So we need to acknowledge that we do have that problem. So we need to change our way of thinking. We need to tell ourselves, I need to do this and I need to do it now. If you say it enough times, it becomes embedded in our subconscious, and you'll start doing it more and more often. Learn how good it would feel for you to accomplish this task in a given amount of time. Give yourself like a time frame that a deadline that you want to complete this task. And more often that you do it, the faster you become better at it as time goes by.
Well, one thing I find is very important is putting things into action. I think the most important phrase that causes people to procrastinate is the phrase, I'm going to. You shouldn't really be saying, I'm going to. You should maybe think in your head once. What the phrase you should be saying is, I did do. Once you get into that mindset of saying from I'm going to do this to I did do this, and put your thoughts into action, you'll see that train of thought, that mindset will allow you to stop procrastinating or reduce your procrastination. Like I'm not saying here that I'm going to do a video. I am doing a video, and in a short while I can say I did a video. And that's the mindset you need to get. Instead of I'm gonna, it should be I did it, I did it, I did it.
Another thing that I feel that we should do is give ourselves choices. For example, let's say we want to go to the gym. You tell yourself, I must go, I should go, or I could go. Well, if you give yourself a choice, knowing like I could go to the gym, meaning that I have a choice, I can choose to go or not to go. If you do choose to go, you start taking baby steps towards doing that task. For example, just go in there for 30 minutes and today, and maybe next week go for another 15 minutes, go for 45 minutes. And as you do it more often, you'll find that you will increase the amount of activity that you go to the gym, and that will increase your time that's spent there. Let's say you have a large project to do. How can you see yourself at the end of that task? You have to, let's say, clean the whole house, okay, in one day. What should you do? You're so overwhelmed, you don't know where to start. So you have to organize yourself, make smaller tasks, maybe do laundry, not today, the whole day doing laundry, just break it down. Maybe do the whites today, the colored clothes tomorrow, the pastels, and the black clothes tomorrow. That's how I usually do my laundry. So kind of like break it down, bring it into smaller steps. Today you'll do one load, tomorrow another load, so you're not overwhelmed with one particular task to do. Or for example, like going back to cleaning the house, don't clean the whole house today. Maybe just do the laundry and the bathroom today, and then vacuum and the kitchen tomorrow. Break it down so it doesn't seem so not so overwhelming. For example, another example is when you're doing an essay. How do you organize your essay? Break it down. Do your introduction, have an outline of what you want your essay to look like. Do an introduction, the first paragraph, the second paragraph, and do talk like bullet points of what you're going to discuss throughout your first paragraph, your second paragraph, all throughout your essay until your conclusion. And that breaks it down. It doesn't seem so overwhelming. However, you do have to do it within a certain amount of time, so you do have time to research and come out with an awesome essay. Try to avoid your distractions.
If you need to and you tend to forget or you have difficulty organizing, make a list. That's one thing you should do, is make a list. I also recommend, speaking of technology earlier, is to use a calendar, electronic calendar, either on your phone, on your iPad, and your computer, an Outlook calendar, some form of electronic calendar, and organize what you're going to do and get them done at that time. So, and pay close attention to your calendar. In fact, what you should do is, if there's something you're procrastinating about, at the end of this video, after you comment and subscribe, you should go make a list ASAP of what you need to do and start doing it. And guess what? Let's say you're overwhelmed, you're tired. Well, schedule in some time to take a break if you need to on your list. But don't just get so overwhelmed that you do nothing. So if you need to, schedule what your break is going to be. Schedule sleep time. Schedule what you need to do, but also schedule what needs to be done. And keep a list and use technology, use electronic calendars.
Also, let's say you're studying for a test. Visualize yourself how good it would feel for you to get an A in that test. So visualize the positive. If you are a negative person, visualize how horrible you would feel if you would fail that test because you didn't make time to study, because you procrastinated to study, and you made excuses not to study enough because of whatever reason. So use your feelings, your positive or your negative feelings towards completing that task. Also, reward yourself. If you do get an A, awesome. Go out for a steak dinner or do something that feels good to you. So you're rewarding yourself for that hard work that you did. Only you have the ability to choose and focus on your task. Plan your day in advance. Set your priorities straight. If you want to change your future, you must take action. You must take action now. Realize that nothing is holding you back from completing your tasks but yourself. Recognize it, break that cycle, and take some action.
One thing we bring up in the series as a whole is the holistic approach when you're working on your mind, your body, and your soul. Something that's important to remember is to help your focus is some of the relaxation and meditation techniques. Some of the relaxation meditation techniques help you focus better. Working on your breathing helps you focus better. When you feel you're overwhelmed, stop, breathe, relax, and you'll see some of that overwhelming feeling, it's difficult, it's like a tongue twister. Some of that overwhelming feeling will go away. You'll feel better about yourself, let's say, like she mentioned earlier about decluttering. If your place is a mess and you feel uncomfortable and you prioritize and you procrastinate, then you'll feel a lot better once you've completed that task.
Decluttering our space brought me to a revelation of how much I procrastinate. I've procrastinated so much that I found some writings that I did several years ago that I was supposed to give to the person I made it for. I didn't want to, at the time, I did not feel, not that it wasn't important, but I needed to make changes and then I wanted to make it perfect and I wanted to write in a nice writing before I gave it to her. It's been years, and after so many years, I find it again and it's like, my goodness, it's been a long time. I should have done this a lot sooner. And it makes me realize, like, my goodness, what other areas of my life am I procrastinating?
Well, out of curiosity, what are you procrastinating about? You should write in the comments below. And
Part of our holistic approach to our series is to meditate. We need to realize how overwhelming things are. Sit back and relax and focus, meditate. Quiet your mind, silent your mind. You'll notice how much well focused you are. Meditate and quiet your mind. It helps your mind relax and be at ease and focus. And it brings back a lot of those good feelings. If you're feeling well and you're feeling more focused, you're not as overwhelmed with everything you need to do, you'll start to procrastinate a lot less. So what we need to do is we need to recognize it, break the cycle, and take action. Change your life. Thank you for watching.
see you next time. Well, there goes the dog again. Now, if the dog's barking, that's a good reason to procrastinate making your video.
He always has the perfect timing to go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Video camera. What's so funny? Why is that funny?
I thought it's funny because it's funny.
Okay. All right. Stop this. What's so funny? Okay, come up for a few seconds. Change my shirt. What episode is this? 5? 6? 7? 5?
I don't know.
It's episode 5. Yes.
Oh, you're not gonna add to that. And
Two hours later.
and stop laughing at me.
So you can meditate alone or meditate as a couple. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Silly. That's why I'm laughing.
I know.
Do I say stay in school? All right. Stop and stop.